سفیر پاکستان آپ کے جذبوں کا ترجمان. وطن سے دور وطن کی آواز اور آپ کی پہچان. سفیر پاکستان.
Provide $1.5 billion a year in economic
let us
aid
build
to
relationships
Pakistan.
around cultural exchange.
I've watched as you have been an important
Pakistan has a future to play in the whole world.
آپ کے کارناموں، آپ کی کامیابیوں، احساسات، خیالات پر مبنی پروگرام سفیر پاکستان.
Paul, I'm very proud to be a Pakistani. I'm proud of my country.
سماجی، ثقافتی، اسلامی اور سیاسی رابطوں کا ایک نام سفیر پاکستان.
Waqar Ali Khan Lifetime Achievement Award for his services.
I want to recognize Safir Pakistan, Mr. Waqar Khan.
Mr. Waqar Khan, if there's anybody who should be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, it's him.
ہر جگہ ہر پل آپ کا اپنا سفیر پاکستان نظر آتا ہے. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. السلام علیکم ناظرین، آپ کا میزبان وقار علی خان پروگرام سفیر پاکستان کے ساتھ حاضر خدمت ہے. کہیے کیسے مزاج ہے؟ سفیر پاکستان آپ کی آواز اور آپ سب کی پہچان. سفیر پاکستان. ناظرین، سفیر پاکستان آپ کافی دلچسپی سے دیکھ رہے ہیں اور یہ مجھے اطلاع ملتی رہتی ہیں ای میل کے ذریعے جب آپ اس کو اپریشیٹ کرتے ہیں. ناظرین، سفیر پاکستان ہر شہر کی آواز ہے، ہر شہر کا یہ پروگرام ہے سفیر پاکستان. آپ اسے منسلک رہیں اور ہمیں بہم اطلاع کرتے رہیے کہ آپ کے شہر میں کیا کچھ ہو رہا ہے، تاکہ وہ نیوز، وہ خبریں، وہ تقریبات ہم اپنے پروگرام کے ذریعے آپ تک پہنچا سکیں. ناظرین، آج کا پروگرام بھرپور ہے اور ہمیشہ کی طرح ایک ایکسکلوزیو انٹرویو، ایک ملاقات اور لوکل گلوبل. آئیے دیکھتے ہیں آج کے پروگرام کی کچھ ہائی لائٹس. ناظرین، پچھلے ہفتے میرا ڈیلس جانا ہوا تھا اور یہ ایک خصوصی ملاقات تھی جناب مہیش تھکر اور سیم تھکر سے، جو ایک کمپنی کو رن کرتے ہیں جو کہ بہت بڑی اور ریناؤنڈ کمپنی ہے، پرفیکٹ ٹیکس. ناظرین، آپ کو پتہ ہے کہ امریکہ میں رہنے والوں کے لیے ضروری ہوتا ہے کہ ان کے پاس ایک اچھا اٹرنی ہو، ایک لیگل ایڈوائزر ہو، ایک اچھا اور تجربہ کار فزیشین ہو ان کی فیملی کے لیے جن سے وہ منسلک رہیں، اور ایک اچھا ٹیکس ماسٹر ہو، اکاؤنٹنٹ ہو جو آپ کے حساب کتاب کو صحیح رکھے. کیونکہ امریکہ میں یوں تو بہت آزادی ہے، یوں بہت فیسلٹیز ہیں، بہت سی سہولتیں مہیا ہوتی ہیں، آزادی بھی ہے، لیکن یہاں پہ اکاؤنٹیبلٹی بہت ہے. جو بھی بزنس آنر ہیں اور ہوم اونرز ہیں جو گھر میں مختلف اکاؤنٹنگ رکھتے ہیں اور ٹیکس کی پریپریشن کرتے ہیں، اور کچھ نان پروفٹ آرگنائزیشن رن کر رہے ہیں، اور کچھ لوگ اوورسیز میں کام کرتے ہیں، اوورسیز سے پیسہ کماتے ہیں، یہاں لے کر آتے ہیں. تو یہ سارے مسائل ہیں اور اس کے ایک رول اینڈ ریگولیشنس ہیں جس کے ذریعے آپ کو جانا ہوتا ہے اور آپ کو ہر سال ٹیکس فائل کرنا ہوتا ہے. ناظرین، ہماری یہ ملاقات مہیش صاحب سے ہوئی ڈیلس کے اندر، اور ان کے صاحبزادے سیم تھیکر جو بہت ہی ریناؤنڈ ہیں ڈیلس کے اندر اور کافی بڑی کمپنی ہے. کئی سی پی ایز ان کے لیے کام کرتے ہیں اور بڑے ٹیکنوکریٹ ان کے لیے کام کرتے ہیں. تو انہوں نے بہت سیر خاص گفتگو کی ہے ٹیکس اور ٹیکسیشن کے بارے میں، اور وہ آج آپ اس ملاقات میں ملاحظہ فرمائیں گے. ناظرین، آئیے بلا کسی تاخیر کے ملاقات کراتا ہوں پہلے آپ کی مہیش تھاکر سے اور پھر ان کے صاحبزادے جناب سیم تھاکر سے. ملاحظہ فرمائیے یہ رپورٹ.
We all like something special. He likes it personal. He likes a private space. He prefers it laid back. She likes a bedtime story. He likes to dream of his own. How would you like to fly with the best? Etihad Airways, the world's leading airline.
Viewers, we have very delighted to introduce today a very renowned organization's director of Perfect Tax, famous tax and business service firm of USA, with multiple CPAs and attorneys having more than 2,000 clients to provide us detailed guidance on current burning issues of FBAR and advise us on right tax planning in light of post FBAR area. So welcome Mahesh and Sam on our GeoTV, Safir Pakistan. How are you, sir?
I'm doing wonderful. Mr. Khan, thanks for inviting us and giving us opportunity to talk to your listeners on this famous channel of GeoTV.
Very good. I would like to begin by hearing from you what is FBAR is all about.
FBAR is Foreign Bank Account Reporting Form. If anyone has actually account balance exceeding more than $10,000 outside USA, then they have to file this form. And non-filing of this form involves very serious consequences, including huge penalties, up to 50% of bank balance, and criminal actions also.
Oh, really? Okay.
They already put Vaibhav Dahake of New York in jail for 2 years, and there have been several cases IRS has reported on the website that they have started criminal proceedings.
Okay. Can you tell us why government is recently emphasizing much on FBAR and what is its implication of tax planning?
Well, Mr. Khan, you know that US is facing very serious budget deficit, more than $14 trillion, and government has no way to increase taxes looking to the political situations that Obama could not actually increase the taxes due to tie with Republican at time of budget. So only avenue available for government is actually to find out the laws under which they can collect heavy penalties. And FBAR provides one such law which has inherent actually penalty provisions which may run to thousands of dollars. Secondly, government also wants to curb unlawful evading of income tax by transferring income and estate overseas. And FBAR directly deals with those issues. So government is emphasizing on FBAR. And now looking to the FBAR, it seems that tax planning done by actually undesirable moves like transferring illegally funds abroad is now ending. So one has to be very resourceful and careful in our post-FBAR era for tax planning.
Okay. So would you please explain what is the FBAR stand for, like FBAR?
Foreign Bank Account Reporting Form. It's a simple form which requires you to provide details of name and address of your bank, account number and other details, and copies of bank statements so IRS can check that how we are utilizing this bank account.
Before we go into the specific issues, Mr. Mahesh, can you tell us something about Perfect Tax?
Perfect Tax is fastest growing tax firm and business service firm of Dallas with multiple CPAs and attorneys and having more than 2,000 clients and providing services in all business areas.
Mr. Mahesh, when you say fastest growing, can you give some highlights about what growth did you achieve?
Well, Perfect Tax started in 2001 as a small business firm with 10 business clients and 40 Indian clients. Within very third year, we had 700 business clients. And as of today, we have 2,000 clients. We have grown almost 100% every year in terms of clients. And we have employees also. Earlier, we had actually providing CPA tuitions, and we had only CPA students as an employee, and only one administrative employee. Now we have staff of almost 50 employees, and several of our employees are CPAs. Many are actually CPA come chartered accountants of other countries. And we have got clients also now ranging up to 50 million in turnover and having more than 500 employees. So we have got actually all the state services, multi-state services, and we have started from a small beginning. Now we have got clients ranging in revenue in billions also.
Mr. Mahesh, why you consider your services as top quality? What assurance you provide?
Mr. Khan, our every service talks of confidence and competence. Our tax return, we provide a guarantee that if any other CPA can reduce tax worked out by us by even $1, we will pay back them 125% of fees. Again, coming to tax planning, we give guarantee that if IRS comes out and says that any of our strategy is not lawful, we guarantee 200% money back. So we take up responsibility in ourselves. We have that much confidence, and we give that guarantee which no other CPA has dared to provide in past actually 20 years in USA. So first time our firm has come out with all the professional actually guarantee and responsibility.
On what basis you give these extraordinary guarantees?
There are 8 things, Mr. Khan, in these. Let me enumerate. First thing, that we are hiring US people. So people who are educated in US, who know US environment, who know US taxes well. Second thing is very knowledgeable staff. At our firm it is very difficult to get job. In fact, most of our employees are CPAs, and some are not only CPAs but also chartered accountants of other countries. Third thing is we are providing a whole year-round staff. Fourth thing is we have got very sound actually knowledge base. We maintain knowledge database of lots of tax questions which we resolved over a period of 10 years. Not only that, we are also member of several websites which provide support on tax return, including CCH, and we have got even tax court case websites also where we can get access any tax court cases on any matter whenever we require. Fifth thing is we have got actually 68-point checklist for tax return, and for corporate tax return another checklist of 20 points. Next thing is that we have got best of tax software in the market. Our tax software actually there are easy tax software available in the market. And finally, last thing is proactive approach.
Okay.
We have got a proactive approach. Like suppose say you come to us and we are doing your accounting services. Now accounting services, any CPA go, he will finish your books and give you return.
Mr. Mahesh, would you like to add anything, or can you tell all this in one word? I mean the concept, the philosophy of your organization.
Well, if you ask me to tell in one word, there is one simple word, that is LOVE, love.
Okay. Love. Well, that's a very romantic. What is the most important thing which you and your people to your client?
Well, that is what I am telling, that we love our client. We think them as if they are our family member. So we try to work out the ways. If they lose the money, we feel as if we are losing the money. So we try to work out them that how we can lawfully reduce their taxes. And we also try to reduce their fees. Sometimes clients comes out and say that do me payroll. But we look that he does not need payroll. I can make the money. Others they will not tell, but I say, sir, you don't need payroll this year. We can do your payroll next year, and you can save the money. So that is what we do. That's why people also love us. Love begets love.
Okay. Love. Maheshji, I am not talking about anything romantic movie, but of taxes. So what role love has in the taxes?
Well, as I told you, that care for the people. Love actually prompts us to take more care of the people. That love the client as your own family member, as your father, as your son, as your brother.
Excellent, Mr. Mahesh. Mr. Mahesh, interesting. You are bringing new vision, but it seems perfect. Mr. Maheshji is now coming to tax planning, which is very important. First thing I would like to know, is reduction of tax by tax planning not unlawful or ignorable?
Well, it is our duty to pay taxes, but government does not expect you to pay overpay taxes or pay maximum taxes. We have every right to minimize taxes lawfully, and there is nothing ignorable or unlawful.
Mr. Mahesh, I understand now, so tax planning is not an evasion or wrong thing.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Mahesh, there is nothing wrong in this now. I clearly understand your viewpoints. Just tell us, how can we plan for taxes?
Well, there are about 46 different tax planning strategies. But broadly, tax plans classify them under 6 groups. Let me explain them. First group is transferring income from high tax state to low tax state. Suppose you are in California, it is a high tax state, and you can transfer income to Texas lawfully, then you can save huge taxes. Second is transferring income from high tax year to low tax year. Suppose you say that you are going to have stock options in say 2011. We can work out something whereby 2011 income can be reduced and transferred to year 12, or your stock option income is transferred to other year, so that your total tax slab remains low and you don't pay high taxes. Then third strategy is moving income from high tax person to low tax person. Say you have joint family, doing joint business, family business. We can work out proper ways whereby we can transfer your income and distribute evenly over various persons so that tax slab is low. We can even have active persons. And your friends or relatives, we can use them to reduce the taxes if they are participating in your business. And no matter they may stay in whatever country they are, not necessarily they need to be US citizens, green card holders, or anywhere we can use them. Fourth strategy is changing character of income. That is a little bit more difficult strategy, but we can do that. Suppose you are having business income, and when I file return, you say business income will be almost zero, and we can say different income. Income could be rent, salaries, dividends. So there are multiple ways to do lawfully this. So changing a character of income also sometimes reduces tax, like long-term capital gain, they are taxed at 15% only. So we can change, suppose to long-term capital gain, it will save substantial taxes. Our short-term gain can be changed, or even business gain sometimes can be changed to long-term capital gain. And another two strategies refer to, one is related to deferment of taxes. There are lots of various plans available whereby we can defer your income over a longer period, so that your tax slab remains lower, plus you don't prepay your taxes, you have a long time to pay taxes. And you pay late taxes when it is really saving financial terms. And another thing is that strategy is that utilizing actually tax-free or low-tax investment. So that also helps. Like municipal bond, you can invest, they may be tax-free. So we have to consider those areas also. So these 6 groups are major which cover all tax planning strategies.
Mr. Mahesh, can you briefly explain these 6 strategies?
Okay, let's start one by one. First strategy I told you, that moving income from high tax state to low tax state. Say we have one client in California. Now he had $1 million income. We could move out his $500,000 income from high tax state to low tax state, tax-free state. We created companies in 3 states with help of our tax attorney. And this $500,000 transfer, can you imagine how much he would save? Almost California tax 9% we are paying, so $545,000 every year is now saving. So this is high tax location to low tax location. Second strategy is high tax year to low tax year. We have one client, he had large business income. Now what we did, that we changed his basis from accrual to cash. So when basis is changed to cash, he has not to report income for which he has not received cash, although he has billed but he is not required to report. So that brought down his income, and that helped him to get 8,000 home buyer credit, which otherwise he was not qualified due to high income. So it had multiple advantages. His income was moved, so he had to pay taxes late, and slab was reduced, and he was also qualified for extra benefit of $8,000 with this simple strategy. Third strategy is moving actually income from high tax person to low tax person. We had one client, he had large investment in bank CDs. Now he was sending $3,000 to his father every year. Now if you send money to father, it is not deductible. It is application of income, not expense to generate the income. What we suggested him, that instead of this $3,000 money you are sending, you actually gift out part of your CDs, say $50,000 or $1,000 to your father. Thereafter it becomes his income, obviously, and you pay no taxes on that. And your tax is saved, and father was retired. Now this is also lawfully we did actually. So one needs insight into this. So this 3 strategies, then let's come to 4th strategy, that changing character of income. Now we have one client in Dubai. He was doing business with his brother. Now he was making a profit of say $100,000 every year. On $100,000, Dubai has 0 tax. So Dubai he has to pay no tax. But he was US citizen, so he had to pay tax in USA. So Dubai was not giving any benefit to him. So in USA he was required to pay almost $30,000 in taxes. Now he came to us. But we advised him that why you take out as a business profit. In Dubai, we worked out his salary as $100,000. And you know he had to pay the zero tax, $30,000 tax was saved. How? You see that foreign income earned from wages is tax-free up to $91,000. And house rent allows another $30,000. So that way we could zero out. Business profit is not tax-free. So this is all the way we work out lawfully.
From your talks, I feel that without breaching of any tax rules, people can save huge taxes. I wonder why people miss out timely tax.
Well, there are actually 6 different myths or misconceptions about tax planning. That is responsible for missing out this tax planning. First misconception is that tax planning is for the people who make millions.
What second?
That is a wrong thing.
Okay.
Because, see, if a person is making, say, $10 million income, suppose we save him $50,000, it is not having much significance for him. Mm-hmm. But if we are making $100,000 income, saving of $20,000 also may be more money. So, in fact, lower income people have more necessity of tax planning and more requirement of saving taxes. And tax planning is possible even if you are lower income. We do tax planning if you have got anything above 150k income, husband and wife combined, or you have business income above 50k. Then also we can save you at least $5,000 to $15,000 in taxes. So it is wrong misconception. Second misconception is there, and most important misconception for which lots of people are missing is that we have hired CPA, so our tax planning is already taken care of. But this is wrong. Your CPA may lack actually knowledge, aptitude, confidence for implementing tax planning. I am myself CPA, so I know it. In CPA, in curriculum, there is no subject called tax planning. There is tax subject, income tax. There is no basic taxes. But tax planning requires in-depth study of tax court cases, constant study. Mostly, in fact, tax planning is done in USA by tax attorneys only. Third thing we are talking about, that people think that they have already done tax return, at that time that tax planning is taken care of. Now, this is also wrong thing. It is impossible to do any tax planning after year is over, and tax return are done only after year is over. You can only thing available is you can put some money in IRA, which is given by IRS backdated effect. Other than that, you cannot do any tax planning. Tax planning has to be done before year is over. So your tax return you have got done by the best CPA of the world also. I can guarantee that nobody can do tax planning at that time. And what you are approaching. Tax planning has to be done before end of the year. Then we encourage client to contact us from June to September, which is the ideal period, as we have got estimate of income. And in tax planning, we have to do lot of actually strategy implementation. May have to open bank account, create entities, do some transfer. All that we cannot do after year is over. So tax planning has to be done before year is over.
Very good. Okay, now 1, 2, 3 go.
Yeah. Now fourth misconception we discussed. Now fifth misconception is that people say that my CPA has put money in 401k, or my finance planner has put money in IRA, so my tax is already done. Now putting money in 401k and IRA is not synonym of tax planning. That is good finance planning, and it has some tax implication of deferring or reducing the taxes. But we can reduce your taxes without putting single money in IRA or 401k, without blocking your money. Also, your tax plan can reduce your taxes. And last and sixth misconception is there that tax plan is claiming excessive deduction. This is my CPA claiming great deduction, huge deduction. No, that is not tax planning. Rather, that is actually jail planning. Because the IRS is nowadays very strict. Without claiming single penny more in your deduction, taking same income as your CPA has done, I can cut down the taxes to half. And that is called clever tax planning. It is actually income structure tax planning.
There is a concept and people think that the tax planning is really costly.
Well, it is not costly. In fact, that is the only thing which can save your cost. Because we don't take up your tax planning unless you are able to save $10,000 to $20,000 in taxes every year. So, and first meeting of tax planning is free. We call it review meeting, and there we discuss out how much tax we can save and what is the cost of implementing. So, if cost of implementing is more than that, neither client takes nor we advise to go for tax planning. So, tax planning is never out of pocket for you. So, it is zero cost thing in fact. Rather, it is a profit making thing. So, it's a tax planning service is never costly for anybody.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Mahesh, for all your good, detailed work, and I hope that our audience going to be really benefit from the Tax Perfect. Now I'd like to speak to Mr. Sam.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving me opportunity, and I will invite Sam to talk, and yeah, he will discuss about FBAR.
Mouth-watering food, amazing service, ready to serve up to 500 guests.
Mr. Sam Thacker, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me to Dallas to talk to you about all this tax planning and about your company Tax Perfect. Please give me little highlights and the background when and where you founded this company.
So this company was founded by Mr. Mahesh in 2001, and it was founded in Dallas, Texas. And we started out as a home-based business, and from that we have grown 200% every single year. Right now, Perfect Tax has 50 employees with 10 CPAs and 4 chartered accountants, and we have recently basically opened 3 offices, and we are going to franchise model. So we really appreciate you to have you here, Mr. Khan, and it has been a great, Perfect Tax. All the team members are very passionate about what they do there. Very talented, very knowledgeable, and our goal and focus always has to provide the best proactive service which customers are really looking for.
Tell me in one word and very simple and brief, what is the secret of your success?
The secret of our success is basically our excellent customer service, I would say.
Oh, good. Okay, let's talk about FBAR. Who must file an FBAR?
First thing I would like to start out with basically what FBAR is. FBAR stands for Foreign Bank Account Reporting Act. And this law has been existing since early 90s. A lot of CPAs have missed out this thing. Anytime when your balance exceeds $10,000 in foreign financial account, you have to file a form called FBAR. Any resident, US resident, that includes basically H1, L1 visa holder, green card holder, citizen, and if they have balance exceeding $10,000 between all their financial accounts, they will report a form called FBAR. So in that, basically what happens is that anytime, let's say you have multiple accounts, foreign financial accounts, that includes, let's say, life insurance policies, foreign accounts, or local accounts which you hold jointly with your parents or family or spouses. All those accounts, if combined balance between 2003 to 2010 at any given point of time, if it has exceeded $10,000, you're supposed to file a form called TD 90.22.1. If you're not filed that form, every other form deadline is June 30th. If you're not filed that form by June 30th, penalty for not reporting is very heavy in the FBAR form.
Okay, there's one very important question.
Sure.
A lot of people sending money to their relatives, sending through Western Union, through somebody's Hyundai's, bank, cashier check. How they can claim that money?
See, FBAR is not about claiming the money. Claiming the money comes basically in the tax return. And if you are sending it for a purpose, if you are, let's say, donating money to charitable organization, and if it is certified charitable organization like 501c3, you can claim that as an exemption. Same thing that can happen, that if you are doing it for the purpose of, let's say, dependents, for your own dependents, and if they are a resident here, you can claim that, and if you're sending for that purpose, you can still claim some of those dependent expenses. Apart from those things, it's not about claiming expenses. FBAR more or less is more like a reporting requirement.
As a reporting requirement.
Right.
Let's say somebody not reporting and they fail and they caught.
If they find out, and you'll be surprised, there are a couple of people who are already caught right now, and people are already receiving the notices, and if they're caught, basically, their penalties are 50% per year. Let's take an example. Let's say you have $100,000 in balance in a foreign account, or let's say $10,000 in balance. If you're not reported that in TD 90.22.1 form, your penalties is going to be $5,000 every single year. Now let's say you left that money in your account, foreign account, you only earn like 5 or 7% interest rate. But every single year you're going to pay penalty of 50% on this balance. Apart from that, this law is a criminal law. So not only the financial penalty, there are also criminal penalty as part of this thing. So this law is very serious. Now, if you have reported this every year on your TD 90.22.1 form, then there is no implication behind it. There are no penalties behind it. So all it takes is to file a form every single year by June 30th.
Is a U.S. resident with power of attorney on his elderly parents' accounts in Canada required to file an FBAR, even if the resident never exercised the power of attorney?
Well, according to the FBAR law, what it involves is if you have signing authority over the account, and if having a power of attorney gives you signing authority over the account, you are supposed to report that. So that accounts will be included as part of that.
Mr. Sam, answer this question. Can you cumulative FBAR penalties exceed the amount in a taxpayer's foreign accounts?
Mr. Khan, you will be surprised how this law is drafted. What this law, and this law has been existing since early 90s. You'll be surprised that As per the FBAR law, your penalties are 50% per year. And the penalties can exceed what you have cumulative balances in your account. So this is the only law which goes over and above and beyond not only FBAR penalties but tax penalties combined together. You'll be surprised in some cases it can go as high as 300% of your balance, original balance.
That's very important. Okay, Mr. Sam, how long should account holder retain record of the foreign accounts?
Well, records of accounts required to be reported under FBAR are supposed to be retained for 5 years. Failure to maintain these forms can result in further criminal and civil penalties both. So it's very important to retain this record for a long time.
Does more than one form need to be filed for a husband and wife owning a joint account?
No, actually, if you are filing a joint account and if your social security numbers and joint account numbers are fully disclosed on the FBAR form, then a spouse having a joint account can mention spouse on this joint reporting FBAR, and not more than one forms are required under that one.
Does any insurance policy have to be reported on the FBAR form?
Again, a great question, Mr. Khan. What happens is, and I'm surprised that you come out with great questions on FBAR so far. On insurance policy, basically, what they say is if your balance exceeds $10,000, it is also added as part of that. And if your insurance policy has cash surrender value, you do have to report it as part of FBAR. What you do is every year you take the year-ending cash value of the insurance policy and add it to your total FBAR account balance to come up with, if it exceeds $10,000, then you do have to report that also.
If both my spouse and I have their own personal life insurance policy for pension funds, do we have to file an FBAR for each of us?
Yes, each one must file a separate FBAR form in that case, but you have to also again validate the rule that if your total balance exceeds $10,000, and then only you have to report each of these things.
What is the last date for FBAR filing?
Well, last date every year, if you're filing an FBAR form, the last date for regular FBAR filing is June 30th every year. This year it was June 30th, 2010. There is no extension for that date. Now, if you have missed that opportunity to file, and if you've not done any disclosure for previous years, what IRS is saying and your treasury is saying that you can do a voluntary disclosure till August 31st. In that, you have to report all your previous year's balance from 03 to 010. And if you're not reporting that, if they've already done that, again, it's the same penalty application as I discussed earlier with you.
So Sam, if parents have a joint owned foreign account on which they have made their children signatory, should the children just file? Will each of the parents and children pay a FBAR penalty?
Well, that's a great question. See, normally what happens is, when kids have moved here and the parents are back home, normally parents, because of their age and all those things, they have made their children as a dependent, or they made their children as a signer on the account. In that scenario, you do have to report, because you're a co-signer on the account and you have a signing authority, so you do have to report that under your FBAR form, basically.
Mr. Sam, look like is a new thing for me, FBAR, because there's a lot of Pakistani American, Indian American, South Asian Americans, they're doing a business offshore in many countries. So would you please give a little more detail if you have in your mind, you want to really educate our audience about FBAR?
See, let me take you an example, Mr. Khan. Let's say you have 3 accounts in foreign account, and in one can be personal, one can be business. And if your combined balance between all your financial account exceeds $10,000, let's say you have an account X, Y, and Z. In account X, there is a $3,000 balance. In account Y, there is a $4,000 balance. In account Z, which is a life insurance policy, you have $6,000 in balance. In this scenario, if you combine all these balances, you have exceeded $10,000. And in that scenario, you have to report FBAR form every year by June 30th. If you've not done that, till August 31st, there is a voluntary disclosure program which you can do and report it under that. Now, another important thing, Mr. Khan, is that a lot of people ask us this question, that IRS says that, I have a small balance, if it is $10,000, I'm too small to report this balance. I think IRS is only behind big accounts, people who own multi-million dollars. According to me, Mr. Khan, one very important thing is you see the state of the economy is so bad that they want to collect every single penny they can find. Now, this law has been existing since 90s. In this scenario, if they can collect $40,000, $50,000 penalty from a person who owns $10,000 account balance, then you're no longer so small fish. It is very important that you have to be compliant, and your penalties can be drastically reduced if you go into a voluntary disclosure program. Now, you'll be surprised, Mr. Khan, that we are the only firm in South Asian community has done more than 600 amnesty cases and successfully resolved them. None of our clients ever got criminal penalties, and we have been able to drastically reduce their financial penalties also. So it becomes very important that don't ignore, for any individual to not to ignore this law and make sure that they are taking care of that. Another popular question which I have seen is, a lot of people ask me this question in my office, that how is IRS going to really find out about this thing? And that's a great question. But let me tell you, if your balance exceeds $7,000, and I worked 5 years in banking myself, whenever your balance you are transferring from your source account here in US to your back home account, every time foreign banks or US bank here has to report that to IRS. So they already know about this balance. Another important thing is that not only that, mostly US and India and US and Pakistan have a treaty of information sharing, and that includes majority of the countries have treaty with US. Under that treaty, by default, countries and the banks there have to disclose this information. If you don't disclose this information, these banks have to face tougher penalties, financial penalties, and also it becomes hard for them to do business in US. So you might have heard about Swiss Bank. A lot of clients, in Swiss Bank were disclosed by Swiss Bank themselves, even though they are very secretive. Because if they did not do it, they had a penalty of $750 million. Same thing that has happened today morning, that I got a client who had an account with HSBC Bank. His origin is from Pakistan. He had opened an account with HSBC Bank, and surprisingly, now HSBC Bank has a summons called John Doe summons from court. By default, if they don't declare it, there is going to be a heavy penalty on HSBC. So HSBC has sent all the letters to IRS and disclosing what are the accounts they hold for non-residents. And if they've done that, by default, your information is IRS. So I would motivate people to definitely go by August 31st, come out with a voluntary disclosure program. Talk to us at Perfect Tax. They can contact us at 469-828-0829. We can sit down with them. We have a team of qualified employees, as I discussed earlier. We have some ex-IRS officers who sit down and work with them to get their penalties down.
Thank you very much, Sam. Thank you very much for your time and great information. I think our audience is going to be very happy. I hope that. And you have branches all over America?
We have actually 3 branches in US, and you'll be surprised. Our clients are there all over US. We have 50% of our clients are outside Dallas area. We are also having an office in St. Louis. And this year, Perfect Tax is the first time coming out of the franchise model, where people will be able to franchise Perfect Tax concept. And we are opening offices right now in California region and New York tri-state region, and we are opening 8 more offices in Dallas area.
नाज़रीन, तो वक्त है आपके मशहूर सेगमेंट लोकल ग्लोबल। टेक्सास का शहर डैलस पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन का गढ़ है। यहाँ पाकिस्तान से वालाना प्यार और अकीदत रखने वाले लोग आबाद हैं। गो के वतन को खैरबाद तो कह दिया है, लेकिन वतन की याद दिल में आज भी बाकी है, जिसको वो जुदा नहीं कर सके। अपनी मिट्टी को कौन भूल सकता है। डैलस में होने वाली तकरीब, जो कि साबिक़ सदर रिटायर्ड जनरल परवेज़ मुशर्रफ के साथ में थी, जिसको मुमताज़ पाकिस्तानी जावेद सिद्दीकी निगरान आला आल पाकिस्तान मुस्लिम लीग ने मुशर्रफ के एजाज़ में पुरतकल्लुफ़ ज़ियाफ़त का एहतमाम किया, जिसमें कम्युनिटी की आला ग्रास रूट जनरल अवाम, फिल्म और TV आर्टिस्टों ने शिरकत की और मुशर्रफ की पाकिस्तान की आला कारकर्दगी को सराहा और उम्मीद है कि शायद एक बार वो मौका आए कि सदर मुशर्रफ दोबारा पाकिस्तान की खिदमत कर सकें। दूसरी तकरीब डॉक्टर हसन बुखारी के घर पे थी, जिसमें परवेज़ मुशर्रफ को चाय पे दावत दी गई थी। यहाँ शहर की चीदा लोगों को मदऊ किया गया था। मुशर्रफ साहब से हर शख्स ने सवाल किया और उन्होंने हर सवाल का जवाब निहायत ही खुश असलूबी से दिया। अगर तमाम सवालों को जमा किया जाए तो उसका एक ही जवाब मिलता है कि पाकिस्तान का फ्यूचर क्या है, अब क्या होगा, आप वापस कब आएंगे। मुशर्रफ ने के सवाल के जवाब में कहा कि वो 23 मार्च को पाकिस्तान आएंगे और सियासत का आगाज होगा और इलेक्शन में भरपूर शिरकत करेंगे। एक सवाल के जवाब में उन्होंने कहा कि पाकिस्तान का क्या होगा। उन्होंने कहा पाकिस्तान हमेशा कायम दायम रहेगा। माशाल्लाह खत्म हो चुका है। कौम नेक, ईमानदार और मुल्क से वफादार लोगों को चुनाव करें। ऑल पाकिस्तान मुस्लिम लीग पाकिस्तान के हर शहर से नुमाइंदे खड़े करेगी, जिसमें नौजवानों को ज्यादा तरजीह दी जाएगी और कुछ अलायंसेस भी होंगे।
So how do you like great guests here. Can you tell us a little bit about this party? How do you like it? What do you think? To be honest with you, I never thought I will ever work for a political party. And he was not in politics. I mean, it was by chance. He was in the air when he became.
चुवेरिया, सबसे पहले वेलकम टू डैलस। और आपका जो ड्रामा देखा और सुना भी उसके बारे में बहुत ही अच्छा जा रहा है, बहुत ही पॉपुलर है और बहुत ही अच्छी उसकी डायरेक्शन है, कहानी है, सब कुछ। तो आपको मुबारकबाद दूंगी कि इतना सक्सेसफुल ड्रामा आप कर रही हैं। और इसके अलावा पाकिस्तान से के बारे में आपकी क्या फीलिंग्स हैं, क्या ख्यालात हैं आपके
पाकिस्तान के बारे में? क्या फीलिंग्स हो सकती हैं? हमारा मुल्क है और हमारा दिल है, हमारी जान है। और जो हालात आजकल चल रहे हैं पाकिस्तान के, तो तकलीफ ही होती है देखकर, लेकिन ये कि दुआ कर सकते हैं।
आज की इस जो फंक्शन, इतना खूबसूरत फंक्शन है, उसकी ये होस्ट हैं, इन्होंने ये पूरा अरेंजमेंट किया। आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट बी टायर्ड। तो आपसे ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि आपने ये सब कुछ जो किया, तो ऑब्वियसली पाकिस्तान के प्यार में किया, पाकिस्तान की मोहब्बत में किया, तो क्या आपकी फीलिंग्स हैं, क्या आपके जज्बात हैं?
बस यही जज्बात हैं कि मुशर्रफ साहब दोबारा आ जाएँ तो बस हमारा मुल्क के हालात सही हो जाएंगे।
ये हमारे साथ इस वक्त नाहिद शाद बैठी है, और नाहिद शाद से भी मैं वही सवाल पूछूंगी जो मैंने अपने बाकी दोस्तों से पूछा कि पाकिस्तान के बारे में आपकी क्या फीलिंग है, पाकिस्तान को आप कहाँ देखना चाहती हैं और क्यों देखना चाहती हैं? अगर अच्छा देखना चाहती हैं तो क्यों? एक मिनट। और क्या फीलिंग्स है अभी जो हालात चल रहे हैं पाकिस्तान में, उसके बारे में आप कुछ अपनी फीलिंग बताइए हमें।
इस वक्त तो जो पाकिस्तान के हालात हैं वो हर शख्स उससे वाकिफ़ है कि हम लोग किस लेवल पर हैं, और यही वजह है कि जो सदर मुशर्रफ साहब को हम लोग आगे लाना चाहते हैं कि हम उनके दौर को देख चुके हैं कि उस दौर में जो तरक्की पाकिस्तान ने की, उसका मवाजना आप आज के दौर से कर लीजिए कि आज हमारे पाकिस्तान किस नहज पर है। ख़ास तौर पर हम हर सूबे में, बिलखुसूस कराची में इस वक्त जो खूरेजी हो रही है, इस वक्त जो दो ग्रुप्स को आपस में लड़ाया जा रहा है, वो सिर्फ पॉलिटिक्स है।
पाकिस्तान के बारे में मेरा ख्याल है बैरून मुल्क सारे पाकिस्तानी रहने वाले एक जैसे ही सोचते होंगे, उनमें मैं भी शामिल हूँ। और दिल समझे कि रहते ही आए लेकिन दिल वहीं पड़ा हुआ है हमारा।
सऊद साहब, आप हमें ये बताएंगे कि आपका जो ये ड्रामा है, सबसे पहले तो मैं आपको मुबारकबाद दूँगी क्योंकि इतना अच्छा ड्रामा आपका इस वक्त चल रहा है और उसने तो सारे रिकॉर्ड्स तोड़ दिए हैं। तो उसके बारे में आप कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे, कुछ कहना चाहेंगे?
एक्चुअली लोग जो ना आज के दौर में सच देखना और सच सुनना चाहते हैं, और ये प्लेटफॉर्म जियो ने दिया कि हमें एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म जिसमें हम अपनी रियलिटी शो पेश कर रहे हैं। और मेरी बेगम ने हमने कोशिश की और लोगों के लिए एक ऐसी इंटरटेनमेंट भी दी है और एक रियलिटी भी दी है कि जो लोग हैं अपनी परेशानियों में रहते हैं लेकिन अच्छी ज़िंदगी गुजारते हैं, और जो सच्चाई है वो कोशिश की दिखाते हैं। सबसे पहले तो पाकिस्तान के लिए मैं ये कहूँगा कि पहले तो हमारी आवाम को फैसला करना है। हम जितने भी इल्ज़ाम हैं अपने सियासतदानों पे लगाते हैं, ठीक है। अल्लाह ताला फरमाता है कि जैसी आवाम वैसे हुक्मरान, ठीक है। हमें पहले अपने अंदर झांकना पड़ेगा पहले कि हम चाहते क्या हैं, ठीक है। जब तक हम खुद ठीक नहीं होंगे, हमारे लीडर भी अच्छे नहीं आएंगे, हमारी जो हुकूमत है वो भी अच्छी नहीं आएगी, और हमारे मुल्क में सिस्टम नहीं आ सकता। इस सिस्टम के लिए आपको पूरा एक सिस्टम बनाना पड़ेगा, और उसके लिए हम सबको मिल के, आप इवन के मुझे बड़ा दुख होता है, पाकिस्तान तो हमारा मुल्क है, लेकिन अमेरिका के लिए ना यहाँ पर भी अगर हर स्टेट्स में जाए तो 2-4 अलग अलग पार्टीज बनी हैं।
और आपका सफीर पाकिस्तान देखते हैं?
सफीर पाकिस्तान, मैं आपको बिल्कुल सच से बता रहा हूँ कि सफीर पाकिस्तान मेरा बेस्ट प्रोग्राम है यहाँ का, क्योंकि अमेरिका में मोस्टली दिखाया जाता है और इसमें इतनी आपको इंफॉर्मेशन मिलती हैं। और मैं सफीर पाकिस्तान के जनाब वकार साहब को बहुत मुबारकबाद दूँगा क्योंकि एक इतना अच्छा प्रोग्राम है। लेकिन मैं यहाँ पर बैठा हूँ, मैं डैलस में बैठा हूँ, मुझे नहीं पता बाकी अमेरिका में क्या है, लेकिन वकार साहब हर एक चीज़ का बताते हैं, हर बात का बताते हैं और हर इंफॉर्मेशन देते हैं जो हर इंसान के लिए, चाहे यहाँ पर बैठे हो कि पाकिस्तान में, उसके लिए एक बहुत अच्छा आपको इंफॉर्मेशन का जरिया है। और आई रियली प्राउड टू बी सफीर पाकिस्तान में। हम सो प्राउड एंड थैंक यू मिस्टर वकार साहब। सफीर पाकिस्तान एंड यू पीपल कीप वॉचिंग सफीर पाकिस्तान।
आपका क्या ख्याल है पाकिस्तान के बारे में? कुछ आप हमें बताएंगे अपने व्यूज़, फीलिंग्स, पाकिस्तान में क्या हो रहा है?
दिल चाहता है कि काश हमारा पाकिस्तान वैसे ही हो जाए जैसे हमने उसको छोड़ा था, पुरअमन और
سکون اور ہر سب لوگ وہاں پہ جیسے اچھا طریقے سے رہتے تھے ویسے ہی سب کچھ ہو جائے.
مگر وہاں تو مسلمان بھائی بھائی کا کو مار رہے ہیں اور پتہ نہیں کیا کیا ہو رہا ہے. کیا کہہ سکتے
How did you find پاکستان اور کیا آپ کو لگا کہ کیا ہونا چاہیے, کیا غلط ہو رہا ہے, کیا ٹھیک ہو رہا ہے؟
پاکستان میں کافی مجھے تبدیلی نظر آئی تھی جب میں پہلے گئی تھی 6-7 پہلے. That was around the time کہ جب پریزیڈنٹ مشرف he came into power. تو کافی چینجز نظر آئے اینڈ آئی تھنک کافی پروگریس بھی مجھے نظر آئی تھی. اینڈ آئی وڈ ہوپ کہ ان شاء اللہ پاکستان کے بھی سارے عوام کھڑی ہو جائے پاکستان کے لیے اور پاکستان کے لیے کچھ کریں.
ریسنٹلی آپ نے کیا چینجز محسوس ہوئے پاکستان کے حالات میں اور آپ کیا سمجھتے ہیں کہ پاکستان کس ڈائریکشن میں جا رہا ہے اور کیا ہونا چاہیے؟
آئی تھنک کہ کافی حالات وہاں کے پریشان لگتے ہیں. کائنڈ آف ورریڈ اباؤٹ واٹ از دا فیوچر آف پاکستان. آئی ڈونٹ نو اباؤٹ دا پالیٹکس اینڈ آل دیٹ in detail, but I know that it's not going in the right direction.
نادیہ, آپ سے بات ہو رہی ہے اور یہ پوچھنا چاہوں گی آپ سے کہ آپ کا کیا خیال ہے کہ پاکستان میں آج کل کیا ہو رہا ہے, حالات کس طرف جا رہے ہیں, کیسے ٹھیک ہو سکتے ہیں, کیا ہم کر سکتے ہیں, ہماری اوورسیز میں جو ہم لوگ سب بیٹھے ہیں ان کی کیا کنٹریبیوشن ہو سکتی ہے پاکستان کے حالات کو بیٹھ کر؟ آئی تھنک جو حالات پاکستان کے اس وقت ہیں وہ بہت ہی زیادہ خراب ہیں. Obviously ہم لوگ اوورسیز پاکستانی ہونے کے لحاظ سے we are more concerned than the Pakistanis living there. More reason because ہم لوگ دور سے بیٹھ کے دیکھتے ہیں اور ہمیں زیادہ دکھ ہوتا ہے, اور وہاں کے لوگ شاید روزمرہ زندگی میں یہ سب چیزیں اتنی زیادہ دیکھتے ہیں کہ they probably get immune to it. But I think the important thing is کہ ہم یہاں بیٹھ کے اویئرنیس کریٹ کریں اور وہاں کے لوگوں کو I'm sure ان کو خود بھی معلوم ہے کہ وہ ان کی مصیبتوں سے گزر رہے ہیں, مگر اگر ہم کسی بھی طریقے سے ان کی ہیلپ کر سکیں اور اویئرنیس کریٹ کر سکیں اینڈ ہیلپ دیم چوز the right person who can take our country to the next level. اور اس وقت ہمارے ساتھ بیٹھی ہیں ہماری ڈیلس کی بہت ہی اچھی کارکن, بہت ہی سینئر کارکن جنہوں نے ہمیں بہت کچھ سکھایا ہے, امینہ اسماعیل. تو امینہ باجی آپ بتائیں اس پاکستان کے کرنٹ حالات کے بارے میں کیا سمجھتے ہیں آپ, کیا ہو رہا ہے, کیا نہیں ہو رہا, کیا ہونا چاہیے, کیا ہونا چاہیے تھا, کچھ بتائیں گے اپنی فیلنگس پاکستان کے حالات کے بارے میں؟
دیکھیے پاکستان کے لیے تو جتنی بھی فیلنگس ہم رکھیں وہ کم ہے, مگر وہاں کے جو حالات ہیں اس سے ہم بڑے متاثر ہوتے ہیں. میرے خیال میں ہماری لیڈرشپ جو ہے ذرا سلو ہے, اپنے ایکشن نہیں لے رہے ہیں, لوگوں کو سیکیورٹی نہیں پرووائڈ ہو رہی ہے. اگر وہ کر دیں تو دنیا کا بہترین ملک ہے ہمارا ملک, بہت ہی خوبصورت ہے, دنیا کی ہر چیز موجود ہے وہاں پر. ہمارے ملک میں ایجوکیشن کی کمی نہیں ہے, ہر چیز موجود ہے.
پاکستان آئی ایم پاکستانی بائی برتھ, میں پاکستان میں ہی پیدا ہوئی تھی, ٹیکسس میں تقریباً 30 سال سے ہوں, لیکن دل ابھی بھی پاکستانی ہے. پاکستان کے متعلق یہ خیال ہے کہ مجھے بہت ہی تکلیف ہے وہاں کچھ بھی ہو رہا ہے. آئی ایم کرسچن بائی فیتھ, تو جو کچھ بھی کرسچن کے ساتھ ہو رہا ہے وہاں پہ اس سے بہت دکھ ہے, کیونکہ میں وہ سب پاکستانی ہیں. میری ایک بہن ہے وہاں پہ گجرات میں, میرے بھائی ہیں, پرویز کی 2 بہنیں ہیں, ہمارے 2 بھائیوں بہن ڈاکٹرز ہیں, ایک پرنسپل ہے اسکول کی, ویری ویل آف, لیکن سیکیورٹی نہیں ہے. بس یہی رہتا ہے کہ اب کیا ہوگا.
رہینہ آپ بتائیں گی کچھ کہ پاکستان کے بارے میں آپ کی کیا فیلنگ ہے, اس وقت وہاں کیا ہو رہا ہے, کچھ اپنے
لیکن میں آپ کو یہ بتاؤں گی کہ پاکستان میں اس وقت جو بھی ہو رہا ہے وہ اتنا اچھا نہیں ہو رہا ہے, ناٹ ویری نائس. پر یہ ہے کہ جو لوگ ہیں وہ بہت سادے ہیں, بہت اچھے ہیں, اور اس وقت آئی ڈونٹ نو کہ کون کس کو مار رہا ہے, یہ میں کچھ نہیں کہہ سکتی. بٹ اللہ تعالیٰ نے ہمیں یہ نہیں کہا کہ ہم ایک بھائی کو یا بہن کو اس طرح ماریں. ہم مسلمان لوگ ہیں, ہمیں مارنا نہیں چاہیے.
دس از انجم رپورٹنگ فار جیو سویرے پاکستان ڈیلس.
Mouth-watering food, amazing service, ready to serve up to 500 guests.
Chinese we all like something special. He likes it personal. He likes a private space. He prefers it laid back. She likes a bedtime story. He likes to dream of his own. How would you like to fly with the best? Etihad Airways, the world's leading airline.
नाज़रीन, तो आप देख रहे थे अपना पसंदीदा प्रोग्राम सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान। नाज़रीन, आप पता है कि सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान इत्तेहाद एयरवेज का ब्रांड एम्बेसडर और मीडिया पार्टनर है। तो आप इत्तेहाद एयरलाइन से ज़रूर सफ़र कीजिए, एक बार उनको ज़रूर मौका दीजिए और देखिए कि उनकी एयरलाइन की सर्विस और उनकी खिदमत कैसी है ऑन एयर एंड ऑन ग्राउंड। जी हाँ, इत्तेहाद एयरवेज से मुतलिक रहिए। इसके अलावा ऑफ कोर्स डेफिनेटली मरहबा हलाल चाइनीज़ पैलेस रेस्टोरेंट बड़ी धूमधाम से चल रहा है। काफ़ी पार्टीज, काफ़ी तकरीबात हो रही हैं और अब वो भी जियो के पार्टनर बन चुके हैं। उनकी कमर्शियल्स जियो न्यूज़ पर शुरू हो चुकी है। ज़रूर देखिए और सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान में भी देखते रहिए और इस रेस्टोरेंट को आप सपोर्ट कीजिए ताकि ये भी एक और मजबूत रेस्टोरेंट खड़ा हो जाए। और मैं समझता हूँ कि ये LA के अंदर बल्कि पूरे नॉर्दर्न एंड सदर्न कैलिफोर्निया में पाकिस्तानी रेस्टोरेंट में सबसे बड़ा और जय्यद और बड़ा खूबसूरत और हसीन रेस्टोरेंट है। जी हाँ, इसके ओनर्स हैं अदनान खान हैं, अली हैं, आपके अशरफ साहब हैं, सोहेल भाई हैं, ये सब लोग इसको चला रहे हैं। नाज़रीन, इसके साथ ही आपका मेज़बान वफ़ाद खान आपसे इजाज़त चाहेगा इस बात को याद दिलाते हुए कि अगर आप अपना कोई मैसेज रिकॉर्ड करना चाहते हैं पाकिस्तान के बारे में, पाकिस्तान के हवाले से, पाकिस्तान की सियासत के बारे में, पाकिस्तान के मुतालिक एनी चीज़ आपके ध्यान में है ताकि आपका मैसेज रिले और रिकॉर्ड हो और एयर हो सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान पे, ये नंबर देख रहे हैं, आज ही कॉल करके अपना मैसेज रिकॉर्ड कीजिए और ईमेल देख रहे हैं, इस पर अपनी तस्वीर भेजें और अपना नाम भेजें ताकि उसको हम दिखा सकें। नाज़रीन, इजाज़त चाहता हूँ, खुदा हाफ़िज़।